Hello, traders. This is Rich Walden with breathingwiththemarkets.com. How are you doing today? Let's talk about markets and market manipulation. How do you feel about that? You're trading a market. What you see is not what you get. Your favorite candle's fake. Your favorite move could be fake. What do you think about that? Market makers take markets up to create demand, and then they introduce supply. Retail traders are trapped. Same as creating supply. And all of a sudden they turn the market around and traders are trapped again. How do you feel about that? Be honest with yourself. Has anyone even explained this to you? How's your strategy doing against the fake markets? Fake candles. People talk about their favorite candle, a pin bar candle, an engulfing candle, whether it's bearish or bullish. What happens? Why does price do the opposite of what you think it's going to do? The manipulation in the market is 24/7. Pre-market price is fake. What do you think about that? What about hearing the news? And the news comes out and it's positive, all of a sudden the market dumps. What about when when the news is negative and then it's positive for the day? Are you following the market? Do you know how to follow the market? The market's fake. If you have a hunch and you have this intuition strategy in a fake market, how are you going to be profitable? You are a gambler. If you don't understand the market's fake, don't you need to come up with a strategy? Price that's fake? Candles that are printing don't always mean the same thing? Think about it a minute. What's your P&L look like? Do you like your P&L right now? Do you like your hit rate? Be honest with yourself. Have you paid for good education to learn an edge in the market? Have you paid for a good mentorship, learn how to navigate through the market? Or are you listening to gamblers, listening to naysayers or haters? That's not going to get you anywhere. Why are you just throwing your money away in the market? If you don't have a skill, you should not be traded in the market in the first place. A proven skill, not just because you think it works, but are you able to show somebody else, not intuition, not a gambling spree, but something that is objective in the market? You need something objective are probably the highest strategies in the market. The reason I say that is because I can read the market and I understand if you can look at the market objectively and understand where the market is pushing, where it's going and why, where it's going to dump or pump with a high probability, looking at the market with objective evidence, you're better off as a trader. Market maker can literally manipulate 30, 40 stocks at a time, pushing the market up and down. A whale comes in and says, I want a better price. They artificially dump that price or increase the price to where they're getting a better price, understanding and knowing that the market's going to move in the opposite direction. They are trapping retail traders high and they are trapping retail traders low. All of a sudden, you're following someone with support and resistance that's picking highs and lows. I talk about support and resistance a lot because there's always people talking about support and resistance. Support and resistance is on a second chart, a minute chart, 15-minute chart, hour, 6-hour, daily, weekly, monthly. It's everywhere. It's kind of like no crap, right? Support and resistance. It goes up and down, therefore it's support and resistance throughout the entire, that's not the highest probability of a trade. I understand looking at the market objectively, not just calling out two names, support and resistance, supply or demand. The market goes up and down, up and down, up and down. I understand that might be part of a program or part of a rules-based trading plan, and that's okay. But just to claim you're a support and resistance trader and don't understand the market, you can be a support and resistance trader and be on the wrong side of the market and always lose. You could be a gambler and just call out support and resistance. You can have a signals group maybe and call out support and resistance. That's gambling. He or she does not know what they're doing. And I'm not taking it away from people that actually know what they're doing. Manipulation in a market is very evil. And it's very difficult for the retail traders to navigate through the market. Are you wondering why most of the time your stop loss gets hit? A lot of it's because of manipulation, not having the direction correct. Market makers, they will literally wipe out all the bids at once, manipulate price, push the markets down or up to get the cheapest price, and then market reverses and they rinse and repeat, gaps and traps, bid the market up, artificially hold it up, retail traders come in, and then the market dumps. What are you going to do with that? How is your strategy going to last against manipulation in the market, the market makers, the big whales in the markets, the banks, the institutions, algorithms, patterns, everything else. How is your strategy going to hold up against that? You cannot gamble your way through society. You cannot gamble your way to become a millionaire. You cannot gamble your way to provide food for your family at the table. You cannot gamble your way to financial security. Have people done that before? Absolutely. It's not 100% that somebody in their life may have gambled their way through life and they probably died of a bed bug bite. So the point is, you don't understand the market unless you can actually navigate through the market. Do you have a strategy that prevents all of the manipulation from hitting your stop loss? Do you have a strategy that is objective? You know exactly. You can actually show someone what to do next, what to look for next. Do you have a strategy that is solid? Do you have an edge in the market that is solid, that continues to repeat itself over and over and over again? Or are you listening to gamblers that say that doesn't exist? The reason they say it doesn't exist is because they don't know how to navigate through the market. They know nothing about the market. All they're looking at is the money. What can I do? How can I get money? How can I create an educational course that doesn't have much substance? It's basically an introductory course based on the history of the market, based on candles, highs and lows, something simple that you probably already know from the internet. That still doesn't give you an edge in the market. You can get all of that information for free. It still does not give you an edge in the market. Did you know that you can actually go to a demo account, and I'm not going to name, and you can trade off of their chart. That chart is actually easier to trade off of and prints differently than the real market, but you can trade off of that chart and it shows you signs of reversals sooner than the data that you see on your platform. How is that possible? Not to say that because it's delayed, just because a chart is delayed doesn't mean you can't trade off of it, because a lot of times the delay is useful. If a delay is useful and you can trade off a chart that prints candles delayed because it's not current live data, what does that tell you? The market's manipulated. The candles don't match. The platforms don't match. If you went to a prop firm and you started to look at different platforms, you may see different candles print, whether it's MetaTrader 4, 5, all these other different platforms out there. And I'm not picking on MetaTrader 4 or 5. I'm just giving an example. I'm saying that all of the charts and platforms don't print the same candles. How is that possible? You get delayed information, different information. Why you have a spike on one platform to knock you out of the market, and the other platform doesn't even have a 3-inch spike. Market makers, behind the scenes, little computer action going on, right? You have a big position in there. There might be a little computer action. I'm not talking about one person looking at your account. I'm talking about a computer-generated system. How do you even know those are accurate and true? Do you think everything in society is just true? Nothing's fake. You believe everything you see? Believe in half of what you see and nothing you... The markets are made up by individuals in order to sell and buy. It allows retail investors and other investors to get into the market. The market would not move unless it was generated by someone else or a group of people. I'm not saying one person, but a group of people buying and selling, looking at the buy and sell chart. Why would you think on a DOM that there would be at a level that you would see a level of 1,000, 2,000 orders to sell short at 190? Markets are synthetic. They're fake. We love them, but they're fake. What about the news coming out? What about at 5:30, the news? Maybe CPI comes out at 5:30, depending on where you're at, or 8:30 New York time. What happens prior to that? Typically prices go in the opposite direction, maybe. Depends on the setup. What happens prior to the information? Is it sucking people in the wrong direction? It can be. Have you studied that? You should. If someone taught you an objective way to look at the market, how could you forget it? If you practice it over and over again. If someone taught you how to drive a car, do you need to think about when you start the car back up, you're just looking at your mirrors for safety, right? You don't want to hit anyone by accident. But once you start driving, you're on autopilot. You're not thinking, oh, I need to press the brake right here. I need to press the gas. I need to use my blinker. I'm turning left. Trading is the same way. Someone taught you how to drive. It's mechanical, not intuition. Someone taught you how to drive. Maybe you learned on a tractor. Maybe they didn't teach you, but you understand it. If you don't understand, then trading's not for you. Find a different career, find a different hobby, find something different. It's not for you if you cannot think logically. If you don't have common sense, it's not for you. If you want to follow the herds, it's not for you. If 1,000 people are going one way and your fearless leader is going the other way and you want to follow the herd, it's not for you. How is it working out for you so far? You follow the herd. How is it working out? 95 to 98, whatever the percentage is, fail. They lose everything and they're just waiting for that break in life. Just waiting to get to the point where they have some confidence in their trading. How are you going to gain confidence if you're following a gambler? How are you going to gain confidence if the person you follow cannot navigate the market? They cannot answer important questions that you ask. It's just a guess. A lot of people say trading must be simplified. I don't disagree with that. If you have the right information, yes, it's simplified. If you have the correct information, objective information, yes, trading can be simplified, but you still have to navigate through the chart. For the highest probability of trades, there's manipulation. Why would you assume that your strategy is going to work when you don't even know that there's manipulation in the market? You were told to use stop losses. You were told that you didn't have proper risk management because you don't use a stop loss. Did the person that told you that know how to view the market? I mean, understand the market like it's inside of you. Think about it. If you don't have a fundamental understanding of the market, how can you navigate and take the highest probability trades? There are fake buy and sell orders, which moves the market, and then price reverses. Are you up for that? Think outside the market. Look at the market as a whole. Don't get tunnel vision. An example is futures market is very liquid. You can get in with 50 contracts and get out no problem. Retail traders basically chase price, and retail traders will always get filled. They're smashing that market order button left and right. Retail, they will always fill your orders, right? Are you selling into strength? Are you buying in the knife? The point is, the market is so manipulated that it traps 95% of the people because they don't have a clue. And I believe that the education that they had did not explain this to them and show them an edge they can repeat over and over and over again. If you have something that's fake, why do you think the obvious is going to work? Why do you think a high up and to the left, because of its age, is going to change the direction of the market? Who said that? Why do you think a low is going to do the same thing? The market's manipulated. Just because you can see it over there doesn't mean price is supposed to do something spectacular. If the market is manipulated, it doesn't care about that high or low. I've showed that in a couple videos ago about support and resistance, where I had explained support and resistance, people picking highs and lows, and the support and resistance gurus on YouTube. 1 hour chart, price steaming ahead, going up to a high. You know how many traders lost trying to short that? It broke through one resistance, went up to the next one, went right through that like butter. What say you? Why? If you want to learn how to navigate through the market and you want to know how I trade, I will teach you an edge in the market. And it's up to you to learn and repeat. A skill will never leave your soul. I understand the market and I understand the way the market moves. Can you repeat a skill over and over and over again, just like driving? Will your skill get better over a period of time? Don't listen to people saying the market's changing. Don't listen to the people that talk about intuition like they have some big cloud over their head and they're just, it's my intuition. I think the market is going to turn right here. And then all of a sudden they lose a couple $100,000 because of the intuition and the hunch. What the hell is going on, man? The market is printing right in front of us. We must look at the market objectively, not a hunch, not a guess. It's not about predicting. No one said you can predict the market. You can follow the market. You can see the weak hand in the market. and you can attack the market objectively. There's no such thing as prediction. There's higher probabilities, and there are some certainties in the market. It's fake. The entire chart is fake. You gonna pick your favorite candle and survive? I don't believe so. Go to breathingwiththemarkets.com. Again, breathingwiththemarkets.com. I'll talk to you soon. Peace, traders.